Hey, what's happening, everybody? What's happening? Long time no see. As you can see, your girl has recovered, not 100%, but enough to get back on the air and continue within my city. Y'all already know what it is. I'm so happy and so excited to be back. And what better way to bring back in my city than to start with a very special guest, as always. But she is a phenomenal woman, and she's definitely the one to keep an eye on the entrepreneur list, the CEO, mother of 10. Child, when I read her biography, and that's the only thing I focused on was the mother of 10 part. Listen, but we're going to go ahead and get into all that tea. Let me go ahead and introduce to you right now, business consultant and phenomenal African-American woman doing her thing right now, the one to watch, Miss Maisha Rush. Hey, mama.
Hello, how are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I am very well. Thank you for asking. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Listen, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down with me and spill a little bit of tea, coffee, Kool-Aid, all that good stuff.
No problem.
Absolutely. So, Miss Rush, let's get into it. How have things been for you lately with COVID and the pandemic and everything? How have you been doing?
We were doing really good when COVID first hit. And then we fell, of course, like most businesses, we fell into a little slump for a little bit. But people started losing jobs, unfortunately. They started tapping into their intellectual side and their creative side. And there are a lot of people trying to start new businesses. So that benefited me very well. So I appreciate that. Other than that, it just everything kept going. We, by the grace of God, were not touched or affected by COVID. Our family members are safe. I'm safe. So we were going. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I went out. It's kind of slow on my side. I don't know why. But yeah, everything is going phenomenally now that we've picked back up because we've been pushing, our clients to make sure that they see the value in themselves. Now is a great time to start your business, even if it's on the side while you work your 9 to 5, right? Because we all have that creative side. So it's been going very, very well. I have no complaint.
So let's get right into it. Where are you from exactly?
I'm originally from Philadelphia, but I've been here in the Charleston area for 11 years, going on 11 years.
Yeah, that's what's up. So in this time, that is most of your family's here, located here?
Actually, so it's me, and then my sister followed me down here, so it's just me and my sister here.
Okay, that's what's up. Now, you, personal wise, was that a typo? I read 10 kids. Now, I know I had to read it twice and make sure. 10 kids?
It was not a typo. We do have 10 children. Yes, I birthed them all, and single. I mean, I only have singles. I don't have any triplets or twins or anything like that. So they're all mine. Came from my womb.
So now listen, I'm gonna stop you right here. You gave me chill bumps. So these ain't extra churn you picked up from down the street. These come out of these is yours.
Although I tell them sometimes that I found them down the street, they actually are mine. I did birth them all.
Well,
I
congrats.
did birth them all. My oldest is 20, and my youngest is 8 months.
Oh, so you still popping them out. Your sound went out.
Yes.
So this
Yes.
was this always a thing of yours to have such a large family?
Actually, it was not. I never, ever, 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 ever wanted children. Imagine that. I never wanted one single child. I want them now that I have them, but
Yes.
never wanted any children. Is I saw fit. Here I am.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna need you to not to even say that again, because most people who say they never wanted children, they got one or two, maybe a half of one, which is the neighbor's kid that comes over all the time. Oh no, you got these.
I have this running joke that I always tell people that every time I ask God for more money, He tends to give me more children. So I just stopped asking for money. I'm just gonna work for it from now on.
But you know what? You got a whole basketball team, a football team, so that's where the money gonna come from. Or you getting what you asked for.
Somebody better make it. I know that.
One of y'all, one at least two. Give me two now.
One of y'all.
So
Okay.
tell me, in your biography, on a personal note, it mentioned you battled a stint with homelessness. Is this correct?
It is. We were homeless in 2012. I had just had my one, two, three, four, fifth child. One, two, three, four, fifth
Mhm.
child. Yes, I have to count. I just had my fifth child, and we were living for quite some time, quite a few months. We couldn't find, despite my education and my background and my husband's education and his background, we could not find employment. And we even applied for assistance, and they told us we couldn't get assistance because we didn't have an address. So we just tried to figure it out from there, and that's kind of how the business really got its push.
Hmm. So that's how you wound up starting the business that you have now.
Right. So I was already helping people in 2009, just, based off the knowledge that I had. Of course, my mom is an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur. So I had a lot of knowledge and experience in it. But when it came to trying to get us out of this rut that we were in, I was researching what businesses are the best businesses to start and how lucrative can they be, how quick turnover. And so I gained much from that. And so after we started a cleaning company, which allowed us to find a place, get stable. And it grew so fast. Within 90 days, it was up to $50,000. So we couldn't work it anymore. I didn't really want to work it anymore. So we sold it. And then I started a jewelry company based off my research. And I flipped that and sold it for $25,000. And then I started a medical billing company, and I kept starting these businesses, and then something just kind of clicked. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
this is something that people can really use, right? This knowledge that I have, because apparently I'm doing something right. And if I can teach other people how to either create a sustainable business or teach them how to start a business and then flip it, then that could change the game for a lot of people, especially a lot of people in need, So, and I taught them, I teach how you can start a business with no money, regardless of what the business is. So my heart is definitely in what I do.
That's what's up. So I know when you talked about you didn't have too big of a letdown during the pandemic, and I'd imagine so, being that now more than ever, so many people have decided to become entrepreneurs. So I know that business for you has had to be phenomenal, especially with this part, and given what you do.
Right. Exactly. It's been going really well. And like I said, I love what I do. And I just like when I help people have their aha moment. So I have the consulting side and I have the coaching side. And a lot of times, what made me go into the coaching is it's something that comes naturally to me.
Mhm.
A lot of times people have these great ideas, right? And we just jump out there. But then when the business isn't going so well, we start to question ourselves,
Mhm.
right? And so we wonder if this is really for me. What am I doing wrong? We start to beat up ourselves. So I make people look at the little things that they've done to give themselves praise for, taking a chance and getting out there and stuff like that. I really love the coaching aspect because it's a lot about the mindset. We got to
Yeah.
believe that we deserve these things, right? We work so hard. Why don't I deserve this greatness?
Goodness. So that's like a two for one kind of deal then with the coaching as far as, working
Yeah.
on one's self esteem. Because I know what that can do personally to someone who is trying to start a business and, they're at the end, a dead end, trying to figure out what's going on, what's wrong, what are they not doing right? Is it them? So that's amazing that you're able to do that. I know that you have to find some sort of solace or comfort in
Yeah.
doing that for people.
I really do. I love getting people to aha moments because sometimes the answer is right in front of you, but you're so busy pouring, and doubting that you can't see the answer right in front of you. So we kind of just take a minute, regroup. We start capitalizing on the good things that you've done, making you, kind of boosting you up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you think you need to do to move forward? What do you think you need help with? And then we touch on those things. And everything that you need is within you. Sometimes you just need the help to pull it out.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Now, business wise, what's the biggest mistake you've seen time after time after time?
The biggest mistake that I see is when people try to skip steps. You got to do the work. You absolutely have to do the work. Sometimes it's going to be hard. Most of the time, it's going to be boring. We don't want to do the boring work because we get so excited, so anxious, and what we see can be a great thing.
Mhm.
And we just trying to skip, oh, I'll do that later. That's the biggest mistake. When you know the steps, just do the steps, just do the work, and it'll get easier along the way.
Now, when you talk about steps, can you discuss a few of those steps as far as without giving a listen? I'm gonna tell you right now. I know you charge for your services. I got $12 in my checking account. What that get me?
And the funny thing is, I don't mind sharing the knowledge. I don't, a lot of people charge for like the pick your brain sessions,
Yeah.
but a lot of times you just need, a little boost. You need a little bit of help, and I don't mind helping at all. So when you're looking to start a business, the most important thing that you want to do is figure out what your entity is. And I won't go too much into that. So a lot of people, for whatever reason, think that an LLC is the way to go. But you have S corps and C corps and partnerships. There's different types. So you really want to see what type of entity you want to file with the IRS, because the way that you set your business up can make or break you when it comes to getting investors and partners and collaboration. So you really want to check that stuff out. You really want to do your research. So you want to figure out what entity you want. You'd want to get your insurance for your business. Insurance is extremely cheap. I remember when we started our cleaning company, we had $1 million insurance policy, and it was $850 a year. So don't let the insurance portion scare you. So you get your entity, you get your insurance, you get your license, and then you sit down and figure out where you're going from here. And a lot of people talk about business plans. Business plans are really important, but you really want to, the business plan is for you, right? It's to keep you in
Mhm.
alignment, to make you remember where you were going and how you planned on getting there. It makes you remember the steps and you follow the steps. The second thing a business plan is good for is when you're looking for financial assistance. So when you want to get a loan or a partner or investor, they want to see those financial projections. What does it look like? What's it going to look like? What's it look like now? What is it going to look like in 5 years? What do you project it to look like in 10 years? Um, and that's pretty much the basics. Like, you want to have those 4 basics down before you start anything.
So, when it comes to how important do you feel marketing is? Because I tell people all the time, I feel personally like the most amount of money you're going to probably spend, it's going to be on marketing. And I feel like in the marketing department, if you can sell pretty much anything. If your marketing strategy is good enough, you can sell pretty much anything.
You can. So there's a difference between marketing and sales and promotions and
Mhm.
advertising. So marketing, you have marketing, and then you have advertising. Marketing is pretty much when you are your brand, right? So I don't run Facebook ads, I don't run ads and stuff like that. I toggle just a personal financial note. I toggle between $8 and $10,000 a month,
Mm.
right? But I don't do sales. The reason is I'm very transparent with the steps that I take, and I'm very personal with personable with people. I am me. I'm the me you see now in the streets, in my house. Like, I'm always me. And that's very important from a marketing aspect, right? So while I don't spend thousands of dollars in marketing, I post a lot, and I,
Mm-hmm.
tell my story, and I reach out to people, and I make sure that I can relate to them.
Yeah.
Marketing is, though, going to be probably one of your biggest investments that you make. That is very true. But it all
Yeah.
depends on how you want to show up, right? So I choose to show up the way that I am. And so, because I am who I am all the time, and I let people in, I'm very transparent all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so that gets me a lot of referrals. So I don't need to market. I don't need to advertise. Once I get to a point that I want to expand more, then I will invest in marketing and advertising. But right now, I'm comfortable where I am. And the money that my family is bringing in, kind of live the life that we want right now. So, but marketing, I will agree with that. Marketing is going to be your biggest investment.
Absolutely. Now I hear you are you give tough love. Is this true?
I do. I am all for self accountability. I
Mm.
am.
So how does that
You're going to hear it.
that
Did you do the work today?
yeah. So
What was
with
your question? I'm sorry.
accountability, do you have no worries, you're good. Now with accountability, do you find like most business owners have no idea where they're trying to start? All they have is an idea.
That is true. They only have an idea. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. You can soar with just an idea as long as you're willing to sit down with somebody that's going to give you direction. And I will be the first one to tell you, I just recently had someone that was, I guess, betting me, for lack of a better word, to be their consultant between me and this other young lady or other business. And she asked me, she was like, "Well, I don't know who to help, who to." And I told her, you're just going to have to sit down and analyze it. If it's me, it's me. If it's not, it's not.
Mm,
You really have to align yourself with people that are going to help you, whether you're going to
yes.
pay them to help you, or you're going to sit down with someone, a spouse, a best friend, that's going to keep you motivated and in alignment, and remind you of the strength that you have and the courage that it takes to move forward. You're going to need that, what do you call it, the pep team.
Mhm. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, not everybody has a huge cheerleading team like you have behind you.
Right. I wake up in
Now,
the morning and my kids make me feel like I did something. Hey,
I know that's right. Hey, mama, let's get it. That's all right. That's all right. I love it. Now, with business consulting, do a lot of people understand, like when you talk about the different steps and the biggest mistakes that people make being that they try to skip the steps? How do you know what the steps are without, for those people who do not even know where to begin with finding a business consultant or finding someone to talk to about starting a business? How do they know what steps without, using your expertise?
I mean, you can always Google. You know, I I'm not a big Google. I'm a very avid reader. I probably read 2 to 3 books a week on my niche of coaching or consulting.
Mhm.
Reading really helps, but you really want to, reach out to somebody. You can always ask somebody, "Hey, can you be my mentor?"
Mhm.
And the way that they respond will let you know if they're even a good fit for you. Right. Because
Yeah.
some people are like, mentor. I've been doing this for years. I'm not mentoring anybody. Here's the link for my, to pay for this.
Yeah.
But I don't do that. But I'm not going to mentor 20 people. So don't think that I'm saying jump in my inbox because I'm a mentor 20 people. But what I am saying
Yeah.
is you want to find somebody who's going to keep you accountable, but who's also going to pour into you and help you. Sit down and take a day and just research, all of the things. That's the biggest thing that people don't do. They don't do their research. Who are your competitors? The best thing you can do is look up who your competitors are. And I use competitors very loosely because I don't believe in competition. But look up your competitors and how they run their business, what mistakes that they've made, how did they get to where they are as far as winning, right? right? So you can skip those bad steps that they made and jump right into some of the good ones and put your own, put your own shake on it. It doesn't have to be duplicative to what they did. You put your own spin on it and make it yours. Not saying you steal it, just make sure you pay attention to the path that's already been laid. We
Mm-hmm.
always want to switch stuff up and then we go the wrong way. But pay attention, just open your eyes and just pay attention. Do the research, do your market research. How well are they doing? Have they been doing well like this for, more than a year? What happened to this business that went out of, what happened to this company that went out of business? What did
Mm-hmm.
they do wrong? So your
Yeah.
market research is going to be most beneficial to you.
We have a question. I believe the question is, what is a good practice to want to help someone with a loan? I'm guessing that's the question. Does that make sense to you?
ALONE or a loan, like a business loan?
A business loan, I'm imagining.
Okay, so helping someone with a loan, you really want to map out. So getting a loan is very important. It's very important to have mapped out what you want to do with that. I mean, all the way down
Hmm.
to dotting the I's and crossing the T's. What am I going to do with this money?
Hmm.
And not only what am I going to do with this money, what I'm doing, how is it going to bring it back? Because I got to pay this loan back.
Hmm.
Does that answer their question? I wonder.
Yeah, yeah, I'd imagine so. I guess so. If it didn't, yeah, that's gonna work because I can't make out exactly what it is. But okay, so
Okay.
we've talked about the worst
Yeah,
mistakes,
loans
the
are
best thing.
tricky.
Yeah, especially when your credit is not up to par. So that you recommend definitely making sure your credit is up to par first before.
Absolutely. And the thing is, the thing that people don't, a lot of people don't understand is your personal credit and your business credit are totally separate.
Hmm.
So you don't want to get loans on your personal credit. You want to build your business credit. I encourage everyone to go to nav.com and create a business file or your entity file with the IRS, like your LLC or your S corp, because they're going to ask you what your EIN number is and what's your name, and you want to make sure you have a business name. Because I made that mistake when I first started my business. I put my name in there, and so they were pulling from my personal credit. So my
Oh.
business credit wasn't where it should have been. So I had to go in there and change it. You want to go to nav.com and create a business profile. You want to go to DMB. If you go to a DMB.com web pay, that's the wrong website. Right? Everything that I'm telling you is free. So nav.com to build your business credit, DMB to register, DMB.com to register your business, and irs.gov to get your entity. Because a lot of times I see people go and say, "Oh, I filed my LLC and it was only $275." Excuse me. Filing your LLC with the IRS is free. So if you're told to pay something when you're trying to file your company as an LLC or S corp or anything, you're on the wrong website. Go to
Mm.
irs.gov. It's absolutely free. DMB.com, absolutely free. nav.com, absolutely free. These are the three things that you need to start building your business credit. And then you want to find companies like Uline. Uline they extend accounts, and that's how you start to build your business credit. And it will start tracking within 3 months
Mm.
of you building your business credit.
Mm. Now, there are so many, since everybody has started during the pandemic becoming entrepreneurs, you see it everywhere as far as, start a business and then apply for a loan or apply for a credit card and you get this, and this. That timeline is the timeline is it as simple as that?
No, it is not. It is
Mm.
not. Now, I'll take that back. It is as simple as that. But I will also tell you a story of a man in Philadelphia who just a few days ago got arrested because he received $973,000 in PPP money for a business that he had just started that wasn't even truly legit. And now he's facing years in federal prison. So, and I know a lot of people were sending out, let me file your PPP. The problem with that is so if I say, let me file your PPP, I'll write down, Tabitha has Tabitha Soiree .com. She's been in business for 20 years. She makes $2.3 million. That's not true. But the government is moving so fast that they aren't checking all of that. So you can get
Mm-hmm.
that PPP, but now that they're starting to track it because it's slowed down, people are going to jail. So if someone PPP for you, do not do it. You can do it by yourself. You can go to your state website and file for a PPP loan. I think they're out of money now, but
Yeah. I'd imagine so, given money like that. And you know what? I think that most of the complaints are, all the money was going to businesses that really weren't established businesses that did not have the proper number of employees, the had not been established for a certain amount of time. And the ones who do have this, they were on the back end because it's nothing left.
yeah, that's absolutely true. That's true. Even when they opened it up for that period of time, I think like 30 days for
Mhm.
small businesses to apply, so many people were applying and misrepresenting themselves that they ran out of money so fast. And so we left in the dust as small businesses, and all these big businesses got all that money, and then people were lying to get money. So that left
Mhm.
a lot of my clients that should have been able to get the PPP did not get their PPP because they ran out of money.
Child, I was wondering if that was true. I started seeing some stuff, but I don't know anybody personally who, is having issues with, saying that they applied for the loan and, or nobody in my personal circle to where I can say, y'all really out here about to go to jail. Seriously.
Yeah.
Child, I hope it was worth it.
I do have a couple of clients that did actually yeah, some of the clients did, apply. Some got, 20,000. But you didn't have to lie on it to get it. It was literally open to anybody. Anybody could have
Yeah,
got it. If it had not been for people, fraudulently filing, or unnecessarily filing, So
you're right. You're right. What is a good business investment to make? In your opinion, what would be a good business investment to invest in?
in me,
Yeah, yeah. What is, in your opinion? I know that's right. There, and that's it. Period. That's it. Don't even say no more. Her.
that's it. That's it.
That's it. Her. Off the top. You hear me? I'm gonna tell you right now. You want a good business to invest in? You hear it right here.
That's it.
That's your
No,
business.
you need a business. Yeah. Um, It really depends on what kind of business you have. If you have a product based business, then you really want to invest in your product because you don't want to you don't want to go belly up as
Mhm.
soon as you start.
Yeah.
If you're product based, though, I always advise my clients to do pre-sales so they know how many things that they need to get, how many things that they need to buy, how many things they need to make ahead of time. But I honestly, even if it's not me, I feel like you need a consultant that's going to help you because yeah, you can Google and ask, how do you start this kind of business, but it's not it's not specific to you and your
Mhm.
situation and
Mhm.
your goals of where you're trying to be. They're going to give
Yeah.
you this whole, if they paint it with a broad brush,
Mhm.
and you need something that's case specific for you. So even if
Mhm.
not me, it should be me. But even if not me, you should get a business consultant or at least a really good friend who's going to sit down and kind of go through it with you and help you
Mhm.
go through those first few months to kind of get yourself set up and do your market research.
Absolutely. What are you what are you focusing on these days?
Right now, I have a session that I am creating that I want to start up July 1st, excuse me. It's called 10 Weeks to 10K. And so I really just want to push people a little bit more because it's possible. The money's there, the prospects are there, but all you have to do is show up and do the work. That's it. So I'm outlining what the work looks like. It comes with lots of motivational stuff. We make sure that you cover the whole checklist to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing so you're ready for the influx of sales. Because a lot of people say that I want 1,000 customers, but can you really handle 1,000 customers? Are you in a
Mm.
mindset of handling 1,000 customers, or do you have the ability to handle 1,000 customers? So we start there. Make sure all your boxes are checked. Make sure all your I's are dotted, your T's are crossed, and then we start getting into the money. So the first couple of classes are, making sure you have everything situated and established. If you don't, I help you on that. And then the 3rd through the 10th week, we talk about getting this money.
I know that's right. Listen, I'm one of the ones that's trying to skip the steps. First day in there, well, how we gonna get to this money? That's the first question.
Where the money at?
Where the money at? Y'all heard what you said, but where the money at? How we gonna get to the money? You
But
have
that's
a
the thing too.
website?
I keep you
Go ahead.
motivated to show you where the money is, so you know to get it.
So you're in
I
this
do.
class that
It's
you're going to have.
www.
Go ahead. We
Oh,
got a
sorry, we
delay.
got a little bit of a lag. So it's
Yes.
www.rushconsultingfirm.com.
For those of y'all in the back, yeah, say it one more time because I got some older listeners out here.
It's www.rushconsultingfirm.com.
And now, what's up? Now you talk to me about what's up next. In this is a specific class that you're going to be hosting. Is it going to be a virtual class or something that
It
like a?
is.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a class. So it comes with a workbook for each. Will be about 10 minutes long,
Mhm.
and it'll come with the workbooks. Know what steps you need to take. You know exactly how to get there. If you have questions, you can always just ask me what the questions are. This pretty much gives you access to me at all times, not 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock because I'm probably asleep. But you have access to me to ask me the questions to better understand what you're doing and what you're supposed to be doing. So I help you completely through the process. All
That's That's what's up. Listen, you got to tell people where your boundaries are and your limits are, because I can see people at 3 in the morning. Hey, Miss Rush, how you doing? I'm asleep.
and do and do. My message will go off all night long.
So it's safe to say that what you're doing is phenomenal. Have you had any type of hurdles or setbacks being an African American woman starting, this particular type of business over the years that you've been in business?
I haven't. And the reason I haven't is one of the things that I coach you through is your confidence, right? You
Mm.
got to have the confidence and believe that I walk in this room, I run this room. And one thing that I teach my children, I just talked to somebody today because we were talking about competition. I was saying how I was in a room and I was talking about, the goals that I've accomplished and the things that I've done. And instead of them giving me that side eye, like, who do you think she is? They actually also started talking about their accomplishments and, they started boosting themselves. And I was saying how it feels good to be in a room where people aren't competing with you. Right. And so I talk about how competition is not a real thing. I teach my children that there is nobody in this world better than you. Right. There are
Hmm.
people you can learn from. There are people you can look up to. There's absolutely nobody in this world that's better than you. You were created to do some purpose. Show up for that purpose. Have confidence in yourself. When I walk in this room, there is nobody in here like me. Period. So let me work this room.
Yeah, listen, you got me ready to go in Walmart and show out. Ain't nobody in here like me on the
Ooh,
intercom.
do it. Do it. Do it. Listen, if you ever want to be gassed up, I am the one. I will gas you up all day. Be like, girl, you better work. Walk in
I
Walmart with them flip flops, honey.
I
Yes.
know that's right. I know that's right. Listen, you the kind of friend I need. I need you to tell me when when my lace is showing and when it's sliding back because of the heat. You the kind of friend we need out here.
And will. And will.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Miss Rush, listen, I want you to let everybody know all your platforms that they can find you on, the websites, the telephone number, the pager number, everything. Tell them how they can find you, honey.
So you can find me on Facebook at Rush Consulting Firm. You can find me on Instagram at rush.consulting. You can find me on Twitter at rush_consulting. And go to the website at www.rushconsultingfirm.com. My telephone number that you can reach me at is 843-754-3262. Or if you didn't catch that, you can Google me. Ow.
Hey, y'all, you listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, I tried that one time. I ain't big enough yet to get Googled, and I ain't big enough just yet.
Let me
Just
tell
give
you
me some
though,
time.
the more you Google yourself, the more you populate to the top. So that's a tip. The more you Google yourself, the more you pop yourself towards the top.
Child, you hold on. Now. You ain't
Yep.
saying nothing but a
Get
thing.
yourself a specific hashtag.
And you Google that hashtag.
And
Listen,
get
listen. I
yourself a
got.
specific hashtag. Like I have
Huh?
Google the hashtag. I got hashtag 10 kids and counting. If you Google that hashtag, I haven't done it in quite some time. So, but we will pop up. Click over to images. You'll see all kinds of images of me and my family, places I've been, shows I've been on. But yeah, get yourself a specific hashtag that's, just for you and Google yourself often.
Yeah, you ain't saying nothing, but I thank you for that. Listen, you can get all the $12 I got in my account right now for that piece of jewel you just dropped. You worth so much more. Listen, Miss Rush, I'm going to ask you the question I ask all of my guests. If you could look your younger self in the mirror right now, today, right this very minute, what would you say to you?
Do it.
Well, that ain't no long pause. That was it. Do it. Period. I was waiting on extra.
Nope. Just do it. We
I
hesitate
know.
so much. When we hesitate, we miss our blessings.
Mm-hmm. Oh, child, I'm finna go out. And you know what? I thank you for that piece of information. That you are amazing. Your life is phenomenal. I wish you nothing but the best in success in everything that you do. And I'm watching you now. You said 10 kids and counting. That's a comma, ma'am. That wasn't no
Yes.
period.
Yeah, it is. It's a comma.
Lord have mercy. Bless your heart, honey. Bless your heart. I love it. I love it. I love it. You are
Please bless me,
phenomenal.
Lord.
Miss, listen, I'm gonna send them all to you. Listen, I can't babysit worth
Thank
them, but
you.
you can send me at least one or two, and that's about all I can do.
I see you the ones that clean the kitchen.
That's what's up. Miss Rush, thank you so very, very much for your time. I want to thank you. I can't thank you enough for coming here today and enlightening us on everything we need to know. You guys, this lady right here is the lady you need to talk to. You want to know about investments. You want to know the steps when it comes to building your business, how to sustain your business, how to have confidence, how to walk in a room and own the entire room. This lady right here is the lady you need to see. She's giving you all the information, her contact. Y'all got everything. She gave you everything except her mailing address, because that ain't none of your business.
Okay.
But reach out to her. Reach out to her. It's going to be worth it. Maisha Rush, thank you so much for being on In My City. And I want you to have an amazing weekend and a safe one at that.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Take care. You guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me on today's In My City. That was Maisha Rush. She came in and she dropped some jewels for those of you who are considering opening a business. For those of you who are entrepreneurs, if you're seasoned, that's all right. You can stand a little bit more seasoning. And for those of you who are just getting started or have no idea where to get started, but the drive and the hunger is there, reach out to her. She's the sweetest person. Her energy, her vibe is everything. She might give you a little tidbit for free, a little something here, a little something there, to jumpstart you, to kick you in the behind, because sometimes that's all we need. Like she said, sometimes we have the idea, but we just need a little push. That's what she's here for. I want to thank y'all so much for rocking with me on today on In My City. And you know what? Actually, we've got some more great shows. Y'all know how I do. I'm back from, a lot of you know I had surgery a few weeks ago. I'm back. I'm recovering, and I've got some great shows and great interviews lined up for you guys. My next interview is going to be next week, a super powerful and emotional interview. It's going to be with none other than the mother of Kendrick Johnson. Let me remind you of the story briefly. If you guys can remember, he was the African American teen who was found in the gym, rolled up in a gym mat, and the coroners and everybody that was in the town ruled it off as it was something that he did. But the mother believes different, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is an interview that you definitely do not want to miss, because she is bringing it. You hear me? Y'all have an amazing weekend. Happy Father's Day to all of my fathers out there. If you guys don't rock with me again until Monday, but take care, and thank you so much for rocking with me on In My City. Have a good one.